This video reviews the Core Health and Fitness Open Hub Personal Viewing Screen installation procedure. Required tools. Note: while this video shows a PVS installation onto a treadmill, the steps are valid for all units. Step 1. If running STB via HDMI, route the HDMI cable through the machine before beginning the PVS installation. Otherwise, proceed to Step 2. Step 2. Remove the screws securing the console front to the console rear, taking note of the wiring connections. Then remove the console front. Tip: use a cell phone to take a picture of the connections before removing them. Step 3. Insert the PVS bracket into the console mount and secure using 4 M8 by 20 mm screws. Connect the black and white power cable from the mast to the red and black cable, the male 3.5 mm audio jack to the female audio jack extension, and finally the coax cable from the mast to the coax cable from the PVS bracket. Step 4. Slide the console top cover onto the PVS bracket and fasten. Step 5. Slide the PVS bracket grommet down the bracket and into position so a seal is made between the PVS bracket and the rear console shroud. Step 6. Slide the PVS grommet down onto the PVS bracket. Step 7. Secure the PVS to the PVS bracket. Step 8. Remove the main console front cover. Remove the unused panel and install the PVS controller. Once the controller is installed into the display, connect the Cat5 cable from the PVS into the controller. Step 9. Using the cables coming out of the PVS bracket, connect to the equipment. Note: the Cat5 jack on the right side of the PVS is not used. Step 10. Reinstall the PVS back shroud and align the grommet. Audio jack installation. For units with a Gen 1 hotbar, go to Step 11. For units with a Gen 2 hotbar, go to Step 12. For units with no hotbar, go to Step 13. Step 11A. Remove the Phillips screw on the underside of the hotbar that holds the cover in place and pull out the cover. Step 11B. Insert the headphone jack and use a screw to fasten it in place. Step 11C. Remove the 2 screws on the original USB panel and remove the panel from the console. Disconnect the USB cable from the USB board. Connect the USB cable and HDMI cable to the new display panel, which ship with the PVS. Install the display panel into the console and then apply the overlay to the display panel. Step 12A. Use a screwdriver to remove the PCB from the Gen 1 hotbar insert, then install it onto the Gen 2 hotbar insert. Step 12B. Use a 3 mm Allen key to remove the headphone cap blank from the hotbar, then install the Gen 2 hotbar insert. Use a 3 mm Allen key to secure the insert into the hotbar. Step 12C. Remove the 2 screws on the original USB panel and remove the panel from the console. Disconnect the USB cable from the USB board. Connect the USB cable and HDMI cable to the new display panel, which shipped with the PVS. Install the display panel into the console and then apply the overlay to the display panel. Step 13A. For units with no hotbar, the headphone jack goes directly into the console, with a new bar replacing the existing USB HDMI bar. Remove the original USB panel from the display and disconnect. Connect the USB and HDMI cables to the new panel. Connect the headphone jack to the panel using the small Phillips screw, then apply the new overlay to the panel. Finally, install the panel into the console. Additional resources.